Hello, everyone. Miss Maney here to go over some library expectations with you guys before we start off the second semester with library and the study hall. So as far as the types of passes you guys can get, it's the same as we had last semester. Each study hall teacher may send down 7 students to the library for the entire period. Students, you can also get orange reference passes from one of your class teachers or subject teachers if you have a specific assignment that you must complete in the library. This could be a group assignment, or we do have a lot of research happening in the third quarter. So this could be that we have books specifically in here that can't leave because we have there's so many students working with it. So if you need to access some of those books, that's definitely a reason to get a reference pass. Just check with your teacher or check with me and we can hook you up with one of those. You may also come down with your planner for a 15-minute pass if you need to print, renew, return, or get a new book. Obviously, welcome back. We're here in a second semester. You've survived the first semester, and we are looking forward to the second half of this year. When you arrive at the library, first of all, check out what's happening around here at Warwick. Mrs. Miller puts up all the sporting events, the academic club events, and our music productions with band, chorus, orchestra, musical, whole 9 yards that are going to be happening here at Warwick this quarter or this semester. You can drop off your cell phone to charge when you get here. The green box is now over by the sign-in iPads. Remember, you shouldn't be using it without staff permission. So if you need to have less temptation, go ahead and drop that off as soon as you get here and pick it up on your way back out. Once you are finished with that, go ahead and sign in on one of our 3 iPads. I did get some new stands, so hopefully you enjoy that it's up a little bit higher than it had been last semester. When you're working at the library, we do have some whiteboard tables and also some individual whiteboards that you may use. Just ask one of the staff members for a set of whiteboard markers and erasers to utilize those. We also have a few tables with surge protectors so you can charge those laptops that seem to be constantly dying. Just make sure those surge protectors stay at their assigned table. Please don't move those. We also have textbooks and supplies. So if you need highlighters, scissors, rulers, note cards, or textbooks, go ahead over there. We also have some colored construction paper, bigger pieces in that cabinet. You don't need to ask permission for those. You can just go and grab. Make sure those textbooks and any supplies get returned to where they came from. We should not be hunting them down on your tables. If you need to print, follow the directions on that blue bulletin board. And if you need help, we should always have a student helper behind the desk or ask a library staff member. If you are all done with your work, remember, we're not going on our phones to play games or text your friends or Snapchat or whatever you're doing. You should be grabbing a brain challenge. We have plenty of options in there. You can also grab a book, and twice a week you can ask a staff member for a board game, a deck of cards, Uno, whatever we might have back there for you to play. We also put these games out at special times during the semester. So if you see them on the main table that usually has books, you can pick those up and use them with your friends during those days. Just remember, library rules still apply when you guys are playing games. And if you guys love reading like I do, definitely check out our Reading Olympics area. Those are books that we read for a competition coming up in April, and chat with me about it and we can get you set up to join our team. If you need to leave, bring your planner and ask a staff member before you just walk out of the library. We do need to sign off and give you a pass to leave the library. And as per school rules, we may only send 1 student out at a time. So you might have to wait a couple minutes before you can leave. Unless you're going to the office or the guidance office. You have to sign out on the iPad in the middle of the circulation desk in between where Mrs. Miller and Mr. T sit, and definitely sign back in there when you return. That gives us proof of you leaving and you coming back, and we know exactly when you were in the hallway. And just make sure we're following the rules, and we'll be fine. When you guys come here, it should be with some type of pass and an academic purpose. We're not just coming down here to socialize. You'll sign in with your proper name and purpose using those iPads that I showed you. You'll use the library time and space in an academically productive way. And you'll be respectful to the students, the staff members, the material, and the space. And then students will leave the space as they found it, clean, orderly. Make sure you push in your chairs when you are leaving. You'll use headphones when you are doing any type of sound with an electronic device, whether that be music on your phone or something on your computer that you need to watch for class. You need to have headphones in. And you are not permitted to use cell phones unless you have staff permission. So please make sure we're doing that. Most of the time, if it's school related, we're going to say, okay, just please check with us. Students are not permitted to have any type of food or drink in the library unless it's that school permitted water bottle. Remember, those are clear plastic bottles with a lid, and that are no more than 24 ounces. If you get those clear, recyclable bottles, we do have a recycling box at the entrance of the library that you can put those in when you're done. Please do not make any sort of phone calls, take video or photos on your personal devices. That's just a school rule, guys. We enforce it here in the library too. And make sure you're not sitting with more than 4 people at a table. There's only 4 chairs at a table, so that's what our limit is. Please don't move our furniture around to adjust that or make it seem like it's okay. If you're not following the consequences, which I don't think is going to happen, you will receive a warning. You will potentially have your personal device confiscated. We might keep it back here for the period, or we might send it to the office, depending on how many times we have to talk to you about that device usage. You might lose library study hall privileges, and if you lose those 3 times within a quarter, you won't be allowed back until the next quarter, or potentially next year if it's in the 4th quarter. And then if it goes further than that, if you're making a scene, we'll call the office and we'll get administration involved. And we don't want to do that. So please don't make it happen. We respect you guys when you respect us, and we'll be good for the year. And I wish you good luck for your quarter or your semester this time, and we'll see you soon.